How's it going, everybody? My name is B, and welcome back to your altcoins. Today, I'm going to talk to you about an interesting thought process, an interesting thought experiment about how I would invest $1,000 right from the get-go, day one kind of strategy in cryptocurrency. Now, this concept is brought to you and inspired by Jeff and the boys at Altcoin Buzz. If you want even more information and more opinions and thoughts on different cryptocurrencies, mostly about altcoins, feel free to subscribe to Altcoin Buzz and the boys over there. So that is where this thought process comes from. They've made a couple of videos talking about how they would invest $1,000 in day one kind of strategy in cryptocurrency. I want to give you my own thoughts, and I am of two different minds. I'm of two different strategies when it comes to investing $1,000 in cryptocurrency. The first strategy is a more broad approach, is a more spread out approach, and therefore a little bit less of a risky approach. Though right now, considering the market is in a bit of a bull market, I'm not too sure about the word risk and using the word risk, but it does hedge your bets in terms of if one thing boosts, you may not miss out on that because you may have some investments in it. Let's take a look at the market, shall we? Over the past month, it has gone up nicely. It has dipped because of that Korean thing, and then it has come back up and is chilling around the 730, 740. We are currently at a $748 billion market cap. There are some new coins in the market right now. If you take a look at the new coin section, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 newly added coins, and then an 8th added coin added yesterday. That was AppCoins. We made a video on that. So these 7 coins, feel free to take a look at them, check out the websites, check out the white papers. Might be something you may be interested in. Surprisingly, one of them is a price of $2,000 a coin already. And this one's being traded at $25 million in the past 24 hours. So that's very exciting as well. Check these out on your own time. Now let's get back to work and take a look at how I would invest $1,000 into cryptocurrencies on a day one setting. So day one, you want to go safe. You want to spread your wealth a little bit and hit different kinds of coins. So first you have to take your $1,000 and put it all into Bitcoin so that you can take it from Bitcoin and buy other stuff. Now what I do, in a more safe, spread out kind of way, is I would take 30% of my portfolio, 30% of my earnings, and keep them in Bitcoin. Bitcoin still, as of the making of this video, is the big player, not just the best player. We're not using the word best, we're using the word biggest. It is the most widely known of cryptocurrency. When your general audience who don't know anything about cryptocurrency think about cryptocurrency, they think about Bitcoin. So it's got that big pull from all those types of big audiences. So if big business, I use the word big a whole bunch of times there, if big business gets into cryptocurrency, the first thing they're going to do is get in and buy up Bitcoin. And luckily for all of you who are interested in Bitcoin, it's kind of down right now. It was as high as $20,000 US, and recently it was as high as 17.5 and 17.5, and is down at just under 15. If you look at the one-day chart, it was as low as $14,500. So this may be a good time to get a little bit of Bitcoin and hold on to it. So 30%, $300 would go into Bitcoin, and that's how it started off. After that, what I want to do is take the next 40% and split it amongst bigger coins, much more established coins with really good projects. This is a $1,000 investment strategy for holding long term. So I would take $400, I would take 40% of my portfolio, and I would split it out into really good coins. For example, a coin like Cardano, which I believe has a very strong future, not just a very strong 24 hours, not a very strong week, not a very strong month, but a very strong future. I like their platform. I like their circulating supply, and I like what they're trying to do by creating a new platform for developing other cryptocurrencies. They're going along the lines of Ethereum. They're trying to create a platform for building other coins. And the funny part is, their product isn't even launched yet. It's had all of this buzz. It has all of this market cap. It has all of this attention, and they don't yet have a working product. So when they do, you can imagine some big gains. So I would take 20%, I would take $200 and put it into Cardano. Now, the other 20% of big coins, maybe you want to split, maybe you don't. You can do like 100 in Tron if you're bullish on Tron, and 100 in Monero if you're bullish on Monero. But one coin I'm a little bit bullish on in the long term and kind of in the short term is Icon, ICX. It is high right now. And remember, this is a long-term strategy, not a short-term strategy. One of the big reasons I'm bullish on Icon over the next month, over the next 30 days, is Icon has announced the release of their main net that will allow you to trade Icon inside the main net and not actually on exchanges. That announcement comes on the 24th of January, the 24th of this month. So again, long-term investment, I would take the other $200, put it into Icon. I'm very bullish on Icon. I like this product is going. Because of that, after that announcement, I'd be very excited to see what the market does with Icon from that point forward. How interested are people in a decentralized, in a separate way of exchanging currency that isn't on the exchanges? I'm very curious to see how the market is going to react to that. So I'd invest $200 into Icon. So for those of you doing the math, we have $300 left. And these $300 I would invest and split 3 ways into smaller coins with much smaller market caps that have good products. Again, having the really good products, the good idea, the good team are very, very important in terms of these long-term holds. I've brought this up once in the past. I like Bread. Bread, BRD is their ticker, is being traded all the way down here at the $159 million market range. It is ranked 165. One of the reasons why I like Bread, one, it's a very new coin. It hasn't jumped. And by jumped, I mean it hasn't gone 5x, 6x, 10x. You know what I mean? It hasn't had that burst yet. And right this second, Bread has a working product. It's a secure Bitcoin wallet. You can download the wallet right now for the iOS or for the Android platform. It has a working product that they're continually working on and expanding upon and allowing more currencies into. So the fact that it has a working product and a white paper and a team and all that information that you need, and the fact that it's so new, and the fact that it's only at $157 million market cap, and the fact that it hasn't yet had its peak, its moon opportunity, I feel that this coin is another coin long-term over the next up to like 6 months could really make some headway, do some damage, maybe get up to that $1 billion market cap. So I would put $100 into Bread. Right around that market cap is another brand new coin, came out at the end of December called Simple Token. You'll hear Jeff and the boys talk about Simple Token very often. They're very bullish on it. I personally haven't done any research. For this one, I'm taking from Jeff and the boys. I'm actually going to take a little bit of time right now and take a look at this coin as we speak. Sold on Binance, so that's good. It's on one of the biggest exchanges. Actually, it is the biggest exchange right now in the market. Let's take a look at the website. See what Simple Token's all about. I've been very curious about this. Cryptocurrency to power digital communities. Easily launch digital currencies on open Ethereum sidechains and turn any business into a dynamic ecosystem. We're building a network for consumer apps, tokenization, get all the benefits of blockchain infrastructure without the high costs and risk of building everything yourself from scratch. So they're building an infrastructure to allow other people to develop blockchain without the high costs and the risk of building things themselves. That's interesting. Launch your own branded tokens and turn your business into a dynamic ecosystem. The OpenST protocol enables any business to take Simple Tokens against minting their own branded tokens. The Simple Token software as a service gives you the tools to manage, customize, and analyze your own token economy. They're building an infrastructure for other companies to create cryptocurrency. That's interesting. So I can definitely see why Jeff and the boys are very bullish on Simple Token. They still have not really had their big jump. They did increase kind of steadily over the past 2 weeks. They've increased from a market cap of 50 million up to about a market cap of 160, 170. So they've 3x'd in 3 weeks. 3x'd in 3 weeks. That's very exciting as well. This is a very interesting project. I would definitely put the next $100 here on Simple Token. And for our final $100 of our smaller market caps, we're going much, much smaller again with a product that has a good future and a real product, physical thing you can use. This is Blue. I've talked about them multiple times on the channel. When I first mentioned them, they were being traded at $1. Let's take a look at the past 7 days. I mentioned them right around here at this 80 cent, 90 cent range into this dollar range. I mentioned them, that was a couple days ago, and they've since jumped to $1.75. Still a very, very small market cap of only 50 million. Max supply of only 42 million, so there's never going to be a whole bunch of these on the market. Blue are basically the police officers of the crypto world. They're trying to create a product that will let you keep an eye out on cryptocurrencies that are doing very shady things. They have their own wallet. I have it right here. They have their own wallet application, master passwords and stuff, and they allow Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and some other coins. Are expanding that further. And one thing I'm very excited about with Blue are the things they've talked about on Twitter. I've mentioned this in a video before. You can go ahead and check that video out. Let's take a look at their Twitter on the 7th of January, what they're talking about. We want to give a huge thumbs up to the 0x project and invite them on as the selected partners, our most recent development effort to facilitate the centralized exchanges of tokens in the Blue environment. They're teaming up with 0x. 0x is a cryptocurrency in the $700 million market cap range. So they're a very big coin, much bigger coin. Because of this partnership, the Blue Wallet will be able to automatically trade any ERC20 token right in the extension. That's very exciting. Second, we want to thank our newest exchange for agreeing to list Blue as a new token, bringing us to our 4th exchange. This, we are told, will go live within this week. So you have a partner in 0x. You have the ability to trade any ERC20 token in this wallet that goes right in the Chrome extension, and you have a brand new exchange coming out within this week. Is it Binance? Is it Bittrex? I have no idea. I'm very excited. I'm hoping it's something like Binance or Bittrex. That's very exciting. And they've announced a Blue Wallet public beta, and over the next week, we will unlock each feature one by one as we secure each feature against the mainnet code. So they released the wallet, and they're releasing all the features of the wallet day after day after day. This coin, Blue, this concept, this idea with the partnerships and all that is another coin that I would put $100 into with that $1,000, because I believe this thing can get to the 500 million, $1 billion market cap as definitely sometime this year. So early in the video, I mentioned 2 ways I would invest $1,000. The first way I said was a more split tactic, a more split portfolio tactic, and much more calm tactic, because if one of the coins go, that doesn't mean necessarily the other ones are going to go, and they're going to explode at different rates and different times. Me, I'm more of a high risk kind of guy. And we word it as high risk because that's the cliche. But in the current bull market right now, as I'm making the video, the current bull market of cryptocurrency, I wouldn't use the word risk because all these coins seem to be booming at different times. What I would do if I had access to my fiat, which I'm still waiting for clearance on the verification, thank you, verification and clearance process, I would go all in on one coin with a very low market cap that I believed in. All in. I would take the $1,000, the $5,000, the $10,000, the $300, whatever you have. I would go all in on one coin with a low market cap that I believed in, that I liked the product of, that I liked the team of. An example would be Blue. Blue with that $58 million market cap, I would go all in this example that we're talking about today, $1,000 all in on Blue. And if this would 3x or 4x, if this would jump to a $200 million market cap and about 4x, I would take a portion of those profits, so a couple $1,000s, I would take them out and I'd invest them into something else. I would leave a portion of my profits and a portion of my capital in Blue in case it goes further, but I would take a portion out and invest it somewhere else. And then if that thing 3x or 4x, I would take a portion out of that and invest it somewhere else. And I would build in that kind of a leapfrogging way, never completely getting out of a project unless I didn't like the project anymore, unless I felt it hyped up so hard and was due for a massive correction like we saw with Tron. When Tron hit that 30-cent range, man, I would have jumped out of there like 26 cents, 27 cents, and then wait for it to go back down, then buy back in. That's a strategy. Gotta be careful with that though. But I would go all into one project, let it 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x, take a portion of those profits and move it into other projects. That's what I would do, but that's me. So 2 different strategies. You have the split portfolio strategy and you have the all-in on one strategy. Now, I mentioned the all-in on one strategy in this bull market. If it was a more bearish market, if things were kind of leveled off and flat for an extended period of time, I would definitely do the portfolio project. I would do 20% into like Bitcoin. I would do 10% into something like Litecoin. I would spread it out. I would have like a total of 40 or 50% into big coins that I know are going to be there and not going to die off. And then I would have a small percentage in the experimental coins, different strategies for different markets and different times. But right now, bull market? Oh yeah, I would go all in on one. But that's just me. Please do not take my words for proper financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. In a bull market like this, everyone seems to be super intelligent. I mentioned a super tiny coin in one of my videos like 3 days ago, and it 6x'd, and I got tweets and comments saying, oh my God, it went 6x, you're a genius. And I'm like, guys, I'm not a genius. I'm making content on YouTube in this bull market where everyone can feel like a genius. So we will see how things go. Right now, have some fun, take some risks, throw some money at the wall and see what happens. But if a bear market occurs, if things level off and kind of chill out, that's when the really smart people will win. And we'll talk about strategy on that when that comes. So thank you very much for watching.